What's up guys? Today we've got another pair of electrostatic speakers, portable electrostatic speakers. No, they're not Martin Logan's, they're BenQs. Yeah, that BenQ, the computer monitor and projector company. So this is the first time I've heard of a portable electrostat. Take for instance these Martin Logan ESLXs. Shrink them down and you have these guys. But the question is, do they sound the same? So let's get these things unboxed and we'll give them a listen. The treVolo 2 retails for $300 each. Inside we get the power cord, some documentation, and the speaker. They sent me two of these because who likes to listen to one speaker? Sorry soundbar owners. So on each side of the speaker are the fold-out electrostatic panel. If you're familiar with how electrostats work, they direct sound forwards and backwards in a dipolar pattern, which will give you a big spacious sound. On the front of the treVolo 2s are two drivers and two bass radiators on either side, which will give the speaker a response of 60 Hz to 20 kHz. Around back is the Bluetooth button, power input, line output and input, and a micro USB input. Up top is the call button, volume up and down, and mode selection. The treVolo 2 has a battery life of up to 12 hours, but if you want, you can always keep it plugged in and ready to go. Now for setup, all you have to do is hold down the Bluetooth button for a second, then head over to the Bluetooth settings on your phone or your tablet and select BenQ treVolo 2. And that's it. Now one of the main features of this speaker is the stereo pairing, which is pretty easy. Just hold down the Bluetooth and mode button for 3 seconds till it beeps. On the second speaker, hold down the Bluetooth button and volume up button. Once it makes that beeping sound, you're good to go. Now to make connection quicker for the next time you want to use these speakers, BenQ does offer a control app you can download. Just hit the pair button and the speaker should show up in the app. Power on the second speaker and that'll auto connect as well. You can see the battery life and you can choose a few sound mode presets. There's a party mode which will make both speakers play as one big mono speaker, or you can choose stereo. There's also balance control as well. If you don't know which one is left or right, just go up top and hit the test button. You'll then be able to hear a tone playing through each speaker. So as far as audio quality is concerned, I have to admit, I owe the BenQ folks an apology for taking so long with this review. I kind of put it on the back burner for a bit because I thought they weren't going to sound all that good. And to be honest, testing out just a single speaker didn't do much for me. Stereo separation using a single treVolo wasn't that great, so my expectations were low. But once I paired both together, I was kind of amazed at how good the imaging was. Now to be fair, if you're familiar at all with electrostats, you'll know they can have a very narrow listening space. So being dead center is a must if you're using two of these together for some critical listening. If you're just doing dishes or something else, then these will play loudly enough for some background music. Also, moving further away from the speakers made imaging vanish. So for me, I found that keeping within maybe 4 feet or so from the speakers worked the best. But using these in a desktop scenario listening to some co-buzz, I was thoroughly satisfied at how spacious and detailed these things sounded. It was almost like listening to the Martin Logans, but in a much more closer proximity. I heard instrumental localization and even got a very focused phantom center image. Sound staging even had that electrostatic airiness to it. If there's one area this is lacking in, it's going to be in the low-end frequencies. I mean, these things aren't that big, so I really wasn't expecting much bass, but there was enough upper mid-range. Luckily, you can hook up a subwoofer to these. And as you may have noticed, I have an SVS PC4000 in the background. It's overkill, I know, but you can tweak this subwoofer to blend nicely with these little speakers. So now the game has changed even more. Electrostatic imaging with insane bass. That's a killer desktop setup. These BenQs also support Bluetooth 4.2, so when I was using these to watch videos through Bluetooth, I didn't get any sync issues, which can be a problem for a lot of Bluetooth speakers. So the question is, who are these speakers for? Well, let's face it, these are expensive. If you don't have that kind of spare change lying around, you might be better served getting a UE boom or something else. But that type of speaker is clearly in a different class than the treVolo 2s. These are portable Bluetooth hi-fi speakers from BenQ. I know, portable, hi-fi, and BenQ isn't the first thing that pops into your head when you're thinking about high-quality sound. And that's exactly what I thought of. But after giving these a listen, I can see why these are priced the way they are. Electrostatic sound in a portable form factor. You can have high-end quality sound anywhere you go. And they look good too. They're like my Martin Logans, just smaller, and that's a good thing. Well, alright guys, if you've heard these speakers before, then let us know in the comments what you thought about them. And if you want to pick up one of these, I'll leave a link for them in the description down below. Follow us on social media, and if you want to support the channel and get exclusive content and giveaways, then stop by our Patreon page. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.